Hi guys, so welcome to my channel. This is your girl Stefania, and as you guys could tell by the title of this video is going to be about how to level up in 2024. I'm just going to share you guys 10 tips that I find that really worked for me in 2023 that I'm going to continue to incorporate in 2024. So let's get started. So the first tip that I could give you guys is create a routine. So you want to create a minimal routine that will allow you to make slow and steady progress. So what I mean by that is that you want to make sure that, let's say for instance, you have a goal to wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning. Do that. Try to set up your alarm clock for 5 o'clock in the morning and wake up at 5 o'clock every day. Always do that on the weekends as well. Don't just do that during the weekdays and then on the weekend you're off, you wake up at any time on the weekends. You want to make sure that you stick to that actual routine, so that way your body get used to waking up at 5 o'clock in the morning, and then as you go gradually you get used to it. Another thing that you could do as well is like create a morning routine as well. So let's say for instance, in the morning you want to be more mindful about what you do when you first wake up. Like, instead of checking your phone, maybe meditate. Instead of going straight to do something right away, like write down your thoughts, write down your dreams. These are like really good steps that you could take that is going to help you be more mindful in 2024. Okay, that's one thing when it comes to routine. So try to stick to it as well. Also, when it comes to your night routine, make sure that you go to bed at the same time. So let's say for instance you want to have 8 hours of sleep. Make sure that you sleep between the hours of 9 p.m. to 10:30 p.m. to make sure that you have enough sleep, so that way you could continue to do your regular activities and you're not too tired in the morning, and then you'll be able to wake up at 5 o'clock. Tip number 2 is to clean up your social media accounts. So delete people who bring you down, like their content bring you down, their content is negative, and you want to follow people that are more positive, or people that look like your future. So let's say if you want to be more in a soft girl era, or more in touch with your femininity, you want to follow women that are already doing that, or women that you feel like you could aspire to be like. So you want to delete anybody who doesn't look like your future. You want to delete anybody that you feel like are bringing you down, or like just have negativity on their account, and then just like, because you want to curate your feed to what you want to manifest in your life. So that's one thing that you could do, is delete your social media accounts as well if you just don't want to use social media, or take a break from social media altogether. Okay, so just definitely clean up your social media accounts. Okay, if you have certain accounts that you don't utilize anymore, just delete them. Okay, that's one thing that you could do. Tip number 3, guys, I'm just going down my list that I wrote down. Change your diet, okay? Because you are what you eat. So let's say if you're trying to lose weight, you're not going to go eat cheeseburgers and stuff like that all the time. You want to incorporate more fruits and vegetables into your diet. So that's one thing that you could do to level up in 2024, because once you eat clean, you're going to feel much better. You're going to be energized. Incorporate small things at once. Don't try to do a drastic change, because then your body's not going to get used to it. So just slowly but surely cut down on certain foods. So let's say if you like to eat junk food, maybe eat junk food twice a week, and then eventually go down to once a week, and then eventually you could just stop altogether. Also, drink more water. Okay, our body is composed of mostly water, so drink more water to keep yourself hydrated, so that way you will feel less lethargic. Also, you will be less likely to overeat, especially if you're trying to lose weight, because when you drink water, it will fill you up more, and then you'll be less likely to eat more than you need to. Okay, that's one thing that I noticed that worked for me. Tip number 4 is outsource your services. So house cleaning, laundry, if your budget permits it, that will be really good, because it will save you time to do other activities that are less time consuming. Because I know for me, cleaning up my house is like a 3-day chore, because it takes me a really long time. I like to do a thorough cleaning, and I start like from the front, and then the bathroom, and then the room, and then the living room, and then the kitchen. And I find that when I do it in one shot, like in one day, it takes me a really long time. And I find like I waste a lot of time cleaning when I could outsource that. So that's one thing that I'm definitely going to start incorporating. And I've noticed that, like, I've seen other people mentioning that it actually saves them a lot of time. If your budget permits it, outsource like house cleaning, laundry if you don't have to. Laundry is not that bad, but house cleaning, like that's something that I feel like will really help, especially if you are a single parent. Like just taking care of your child or your children and then having to clean up the house, I know it is time consuming. So that will be really something that you can incorporate in 2024 that will allow you to have more time for yourself. Okay. Tip number 5, one of my favorites, solo date nights. Take yourself out on a date. It doesn't have to be like every single weekend, but once a month, dedicate a day to yourself to go out. It could be like a date to go out to a nice restaurant where you're enjoying a beautiful steak that you like, that's juicy, okay? Or like just a spa day where you just spend the whole day at the spa, where you get pampered, you get massage, facial, nails, whatever it is. It doesn't have to be spa. I'm just giving you an example because that's what I do. I like to have one day, like one spa day, and one day I go out to eat by myself, that I take myself on a date. Like it's like the full weekend, and it's really fun. You get to know yourself, you get to enjoy your own company, you build confidence, because it takes a lot of confidence to go to a fancy restaurant and eat by yourself. Like, you know, when you go to McDonald's or if you go to like Burger King or whatever, you could eat by yourself, but people don't feel like it's kind of awkward, like you sitting by yourself eating McDonald's. But it's the same concept when you go and take yourself out on a date at a fancy restaurant though, where you dress up really nicely, you get your hair done, you know, you're all fresh, like as if you're going out on a date with someone, but it's with yourself. It's going to help you with your self-love, and also it's going to allow you to see like how you want to be treated on a date. Like you're going to treat yourself with the highest respect. You're not going to treat yourself like, you know, like you're a less than or a second-class citizen. Okay, so that's one thing. Just once a month. You don't have to do it every weekend. If you want to do it every weekend, that's great, but once a month is a really good thing to do, so that way you like just get to know yourself. And you could try different restaurants if you want to, but if you have a restaurant that you really like, you could always stick to it and then just go to that restaurant. Tip number 6 is pick up a new hobby. Okay, it could be dancing, horseback riding. When you have multiple hobbies, or if you have new hobbies, you become more interesting. So, you know, when people ask you, what do you do for fun? Or like, what's your schedule like? You know, when you talk about, oh, I do this, I do that, like you sound more interesting. Like your life, you bring more fun into your life, and you also could make new friends. Like for myself, I do pole dancing. I enjoy pole dancing. It's a lot of fun. I am meeting new people. I am now at level 2, pole 2, and I'm so happy. I'm so proud of myself, and I'm gonna keep leveling up. I also want to incorporate another hobby, but we'll see slowly but surely. I'm like building myself up, but just picking up a new hobby, it's really good for you. Like you're gonna learn more about yourself. Like the level up is more about you than anybody else. Like you want to be the best version of yourself, and just incorporating the small tips here and there is going to help you. So tip number, I think I'm at number 7. Yeah, number 7, create a self-care routine. So like a daily routine, skincare routine, a waxing night routine. Okay, so create a self-care routine. Like you could have like a self-care Sunday, where on Sunday you recharge, you do your facials, you do your waxing. Like me, for myself, I do my own waxing. I wax my brows, I wax my underarms, my arms, everything. Sometimes I don't wax my arms because I don't really mind the hair on my arms, but my legs and everything. The only waxing that I get done professionally is my Brazilian wax, because like it's really painful doing it yourself, because I have tried, and trust me, it was painful. So I don't want to go through that again. That's the only thing I get done professionally, and I get it done once a month. I am on a monthly plan, where I pay for a service, and then I get like one free wax for every month. So I use it for my Brazilian wax, but everything else I wax myself. So that's one part of my self-care routine. Also, at night, I have a night routine where I remove all my makeup. I do, my my pre-cleanse, cleanser, exfoliant, moisturizer, toner, all that good jazz. Like, I take my time, even though it takes a lot of time. I floss, brush my teeth, take a shower. I take a shower every night, every morning. Like, whether it is summer, winter, fall, spring, doesn't matter. I always take 2 showers, but in the summer I take more than 2 because you're sweating more. But like during winter and all the other seasons, it's twice a day, like in the morning and at night. And I have a night routine where I have my night products where I only use at night, and I have a day routine where I only have like those products that I use during the day. So I take my time. It doesn't matter, like I'm not gonna let anybody rush me or anything like stop me from getting those routine. And this is the reason why, guys, you see my skin is beautiful, and I take wow, I can't even speak. I take so much pride in my skincare routine and my self-care routine. Okay, whatever that is for you. Some people, it could be like their lashes, getting their lashes done and getting refilled every 3 weeks. That is part of your self-care. Getting your nails done is also part of your self-care. Body massage, all that good jazz. Waxing, whatever it is for you, just incorporate that every month, or like however, like the frequency that works for you, just stick to it. Okay. Number 8, do therapy. Go to therapy. If you have some unhealed trauma from the past, childhood issues, sexual trauma, relationship trauma, whatever trauma that you have, in 2024, you don't want to carry that with you. You don't want to bring it to another relationship. You don't want to bring it to another friendship. Like, heal from that. Learn from this experience. I know it's easier said than done. I promise you guys, I've done therapy. Okay, and I know, like, it's easier said than done, but your future self is going to thank you. In 2025, you will see a big difference if you go for therapy. Okay, if you need it, go for therapy. There's nothing wrong with having therapy sessions. Do what works for you, and take your time with finding a new therapist. Okay, because you don't want to just go for the first therapist. Like, you just make sure that your energy matches their energy, and then you feel like you're understood and it's working for you, then yeah, like, go for that therapist. But that's really important, to heal from your childhood trauma, so that way you don't bring that energy everywhere you go. Okay. Tip number 9 is clean up your social circle. Okay, because we are the average of the 6 people that we hang around with the most. So if you hang around 6 people that are negative, complaining, you will be the 7th one. You hang around with winners, people that talk about, getting goals, dreams, aspiration, and getting things done, and they're actually pushing you to level up. You will level up, because either you level up with them, or they're gonna drop you. Okay, so that's the reason why it's good to clean your social circle. Even if you've met these people since high school, it doesn't matter. If they're not leveling up, they're just dragging you down, and you can't take them with you in 2024. Okay, so you're gonna have to clean that up. And people that drain you, people that, like, let's say if you have a friend that's always complaining, but then you give them like an advice and they never take it. It's like all they want to do is complain. You can't bring somebody like that with you in 2024 if you're trying to level up, because they're just gonna bring you down, slow you down, and you're trying to level up. You can't carry all the baggage. And if they really want to be in your life, they're going to level up with you, if they're meant to be. Okay, sometimes you have to let people go. If they're going to catch up to you, then they catch up. If they don't, then it is what it is. Tip number 10, one of my favorites, that's why I put it number 10, is to forgive yourself for past mistakes and move on. We are our harshest critic. Okay, we are our harshest critic. Like, the way we criticize ourselves is crazy. Like, we hold ourselves to the highest standards. I know I do for myself. Like, I am my biggest critic. I am my harshest critic. And sometimes I have to sit down and tell myself, Steph, like, just chill. Like, you did the best you could with the information that you had at that time. Like, forgive yourself. If somebody, like, took my kindness for a weakness, or somebody played with my emotions, or did something that really caused me emotional anguish, I want to let it go because I don't want to carry that energy. Then you become like the person that hurts you. So hurt people. Like, I don't want to be that person. I want to be the person that people look at and be like, oh, like because of Steph, I was able to get over a situation. Because of Steph, I was inspired to become the best version of myself. I want to be that person. I want to remember it as that person, not the person that people wish they never met. Okay. And like I said, it's easier said than done. You don't want to bring this negativity with you in 2024. You want to leave it in 2023. And I added a bonus. So the bonus is work on your finances, okay? Clear out any debt that you have. If you have any debt in 2024, clear out the most of the debts that you can in 2024. Stick to a budget. Like, if you know you like to overspend on certain things, like, stick to a budget, okay? And make sure that you pay, like, if you can, pay your stuff in full, like especially your credit cards. If you have any, pay them in full or make them more than a minimal payment, okay? And start saving. One thing that really worked for me is doing the 52 weeks challenge. Guys, like, that challenge really helped me. Like, I was able to save up money for emergency fund. Like I was able to do so many things just with that 52 weeks challenge, and I have been incorporating that in my life for a really long time now. And I don't have to go out of pocket. Like, if I have an emergency, I know I'm good, okay? I don't have to, like, go on my credit cards or do anything of that sort. I have money saved up, and I feel like that's really good start up if you don't have an emergency fund to do the 52 weeks money challenge. And if you don't know what the 52 weeks money challenge is that every week of the year you add that. Like, if it's week 1, you add $1, and so on and so forth. Week 2, you add $2, and you save it. And at the end of the year, I believe you're supposed to have like $1,378 or something like that. Usually I have more because I don't like to round it to the nearest dollar. I round it to the nearest $5. So let's say if I'm at week 45, oh sorry, not 45, it's not a good example, but if I'm at week 42, I'm not going to put $42, I'm going to put $45. Because you have to break a $5 or a $10 bill to put the actual amount. I can't even speak, the actual $42. So I rather just do 40, round it to the nearest 5. So that's what I do. So that's why I always have more at the end of the year than $1,378. I believe that's the total that you're supposed to get when you save up for 52 weeks. Okay. So that's it, guys. These are the tips that I have. I hope this video was really helpful. If you guys have other tips, you could definitely put it in the description. Oh my God, in the comment section down below. And thank you so much for watching. And I hope to see you guys in my next video. And I hope you guys incorporate that in 2024. So thank you so much and have a good day. Bye.